Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel and another episode here on Witcombe Park Farm. So first thing we're going to do this morning, we're going to go into the milk house and we are going to check on the milk supply. I think I need to take out a mod, milking parlor milk. We're not getting any milk at the moment. And I think that is due to the realistic milking time mod. I think that is automatically milking our cows. Let's see. Where do our finances at? That's our loans. Here, prices, finances, yes. Milk sold. So we got $900 in milk from March, which would have been, this month. So yes, it automatically sold our milk. So we need to take that mod out because we also need our milk for feeding our, who's this guy? Do we have a calf? Don't our cows just have a calf? I think so. Also, that Jersey cow looks weirdly similar to a Swiss, if you ask me. Yeah, I think we had a calf. Who had the calf? That's very strange. We need to get that calf moved. That's a brand new calf. I'm a bad farmer for not knowing. Let's see. Where is this calf at? We're gonna try out the herding mod. Where are you, little calf? You hiding back here? No? Where's this little calf at? There he is. Or she. Let's try this mod out. Alright, so we're gonna go left shift N. And we're moving him. Or her. See that? I mean, our other cows are really bugging out. We're gonna try not to look at them. This way. This way, little calf. Go this way. Then when you hit left shift N again, they just like reset in their nav mesh. So maybe that's not gonna work out very well. Let's try it one more time. See if we open a gate, if we can get this calf to go out of the gate. Actually, we'll do this gate over here. We're gonna open this gate, and we'll see if we can get this calf to go. You can do it, little calf. You got this. He doesn't want to keep going. I think there's a way that we can get like a bucket of food for them to kind of chase us. We'll figure that out at a different time. So, with that being said, we need to still move that calf, so we're going to do it over here. I think we can get her into the hutch. Should be good. Oh, these guys have grown up. Ah, see, I think what happened is these cows switch spots. Did this cow switch a spot? Because that's not supposed to be there. You are not supposed to be there, ma'am. I think that's what's going on. Because there was 5 in here. I think that's exactly what's going on. So, if we come over here, we hit this, we can move this guy back into this one. Or this one. There we go. So that's sorted out. Not sure how that happened, but I think with all of the kind of work in progress mods that we're using at the moment, things like that are going to happen. So What is the job now? We need to, we had some lambs as well in February. If we run over here, super speed, let me take a look at our lambs. We had some babies. So let us take a look. We have, that is to buy new. Yep, right here. We got 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 newborn lambs of the landrace of Bethlehem breed. These rams we are gonna sell. But I want to know, would it be better if we raised them to like 3 months? I thought that was a thing. You raise them. We might try to raise these lambs a little bit longer before we sell them right off. I think we'll raise them like 3 months, get them into the next like kind of growth stage, and then we'll get them sold. All of these guys have no water, so we need to get them some water. So that can be our job now. We'll bring a bale of grass over here as well. We'll hop in the side-by-side, grab, or hook it up to the water tank here. I think we should just use that trailer. I wanted to get one that's different, but it won't hook up to like one of these older tanks that I really wanted to get, but they won't hook up to the side-by-side. And I want to use the side-by-side for this job. But for now, we're just going to use our milk trailer. So this is what we use to get our milk to our calves in the calf hutches. As you can see, we have water in there already. Which also, our water point here is right here. Drove by it. Sorry, I'm just still trying to get oriented to this farm. Maybe it's right here? Dirt filling. A whole lot of screwy going on here. Do we need to open a flap on the trailer? Okay, well, we'll get this figured out somehow, I guess. We'll get them the water that's in here for the moment. I just wish there was like a little tank that we could put in the back of this side-by-side. That would be awesome. One of my goals for this farm actually is to start doing a lot more like vegetables, like with greenhouses, and even like root crops would be nice to do eventually. Like potatoes and onions and stuff, and then we could even sell them, some of them, off at the farm shop, because I want to use that. I think that's a cool thing about this farm, is the farm shop. Obviously, it's our second episode on this farm, so that's kind of down the ways a little bit, down the road. But good to start thinking about, at least. Our big plan for this episode was to get some crops drilled and some grass mowed, but again, I don't know if that's going to happen. I'm going to pull right up to this one more time and see if we can fill it now that it's empty. Might have to get a new water point. I did move our like washing bay station. I just put some water drains down here in front of this shed. That's going to be kind of where we wash our equipment. So now we'll head over to the loader tractor, and we'll head down to the bale barn that's just down the laneway, and we'll grab a bale of grass to put in their trough so they So we know that they're not going to run out of food. Where is the loader tractor? That is the next question. I think it's over here in the bale shed. No, it's not. Where is the loader tractor? We pass it? Oh, it's in the pit where the silage is. Right. Yeah, there's something weird going on right now. There's something real screwy going on. For the first time ever in this tractor, we used the mouse controls to open the door. There we go. Look at that. So used to IC. And I wish this had IC. I don't like mouse controls as much. But we have a little bale shed down here that is actually part of this farm. This used to just be part of our little bale area that the previous farmer would rent from these folks. And they asked if we wanted it, or if we still wanted to use it. And initially I said no, because I didn't want to rent it, but now, but they said we could just use it, because they're not using it, so I said sure. That's fine. We'll do that. We brought our grass bales over here and stored them in. We have a tight squeeze to get in here. Just gonna move it. I'm gonna reposition it so we can get a better grab on it. Really just want to push it without stabbing it. There we go. That should work. This is a heavy bale. 6,500 liters. We'll close the gate. So who knows the next time that we'll be down here. Maybe. There we go. Nice looking gate. Look at that rust detail and stuff on it. Alright. Door closed. Head back up. We'll get this in the bale trough. Okay. Need to get this wool moved. Again, I want to... Well, I say again. I actually said that in the last series, the Kin Leg series. I want to give that shearing mod a try by Argsy. See how that works. They actually don't get sheared. They only get sheared about twice a year. I need to actually get that in here, because that's something that I'd definitely be interested in using. I don't want just wool to keep popping up all year long when that's not very realistic. Okay, so next job is to wait for the rain to be done. We'll go check our field's moistures, especially the grass. See how that's... or how that is before we cut it. Actually, we could check to see how are the cows doing with straw. So in the cow shed, they're doing good. See, there's a bunch of cows that got messed up. These cows just keep getting moved. There's something screwy going on right now. These cows need to be moved back to the milking shed. I don't know why they're not in there. They have plenty of straw in that shed. They have plenty of straw in this one too, so we should be good. I have to exit the game and see if things reset. Because yeah, there's definitely something a little weird going on right now. Alrighty, the rain has stopped. I've restarted the game, and I took that herding mod out, so I think things should be back to normal. I thought my drill was in there. It's actually in here. Again, still trying to get oriented to the farm. Alright. Just leave the door open. We're gonna get out in a second anyway. Maybe we need to close it actually. We're gonna wash this drill off. That is going to be our job. Right now, we're gonna get it all hooked up. Then we need to get the tractor washed and the drill washed up, because none of this equipment is washed. I moved it dirty. We were in such a rush we couldn't even wash our equipment down. Okay, we're right down here to our new makeshift wash station. I have no idea why I have the need to, or felt the need to, make a wash station area, but it seems like it's a relatively common thing over here. So we're just trying to be somewhat authentic. A good looking kit there. And then, I don't, sometimes you you stand in the perfect spot, you can actually open this door from that side. And then we are going to actually bring this over into the shop. We got to get the auto steer and planter controls installed into the tractor. That's going to take a little bit of time as well today. I don't think that we're actually going to get into any mowing until next month. I think we're going to focus all of our energy on getting the crops drilled in March. I'm actually going to pull this inside the shop and we'll get to work inside the cab here, getting some things put in. Alright, loading seed right now into the drill. We got all the terminals and all that stuff that we need to run our seed drill installed. We're just going to keep this bag on the hook. We're going to shut this down. Close these doors up. Up on in. Yes, this is a rake, but we're going to pretend that there's a drill on here. This is our drill controls. Good. Happy we're all on the same page. Okay. So we got in the drill. We are going to start off in field 53 in the big field. We want to make sure that we get that one drilled today, so that is where we're starting. So we got to head down bottom side of the farm. Down through our makeshift gates. I'd have to redo our gate setup. Put one that actually faces inward and not outwards towards us, so we can actually get in here a little bit easier. We can get in with the plow. Okay. There we go. So this should work. Perfect. Okay. Close the gates so no cows escape. Good deal. Lots in and out of the tractor. We're gonna start. Yeah, we're gonna start on this end. Do I want to do the headlands first? I think I do. I think I do. So that is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to get our auto steer set up. We're going to get out the drill configured. We'll catch up with you guys here in a second. Alright, welcome back to the field. We are drilling in the oat still. Everything's going good. So far. Well, kinda. Actually, literally right before I was about to record, I dropped in the drill and it like reset. It just like out of nowhere reset the tractor, the roller on the front, and the drill back to the store. So that was really interesting. That's something that's never happened to me before. I don't know what to say about that. I have no idea what caused it. There wasn't any warnings in the log, like just nothing. So yeah, that was strange. Maybe it's a sign that we need a new tractor. Maybe that could be something that we need to do. Upgrade the tractor a little bit. That could be cool. I got a few in mind, you know, that we could look into. Is there anything on sale right now? Oh. Look at this bad boy. That could be pretty cool, eh? 77,000? Only 165 horsepower, how it comes. 240 horse, so still 129,000. Oof. I don't know if we can swing that. Speaking of finances, once we get turned around, I'll talk to you about what I'm thinking. Right here, I was actually at the top of the field right before I was about to record it. That was so weird. It was very strange. You know what? We actually probably should do the rest of these headlands before we keep going. So you know that field, this one, that I can't sell for some reason, 51? I'm just gonna give myself money for that. I mean, it's $282,000 that we're losing out on that, and we're not even gonna use that field. If we ever do use it, then I will, like, buy it or whatever. Maybe it can be like a project that we, like, reclaim the land or something like that eventually. And, like, we could even turn it into, like, a pasture or something. But I kind of hate the idea that we're just, like, losing out on $282,000 that we earned, you know. Alright, drop that down. Maybe drop that down. There we go. Just gonna do a little down and back, just to make it a little bit easier on us. I wonder if it cleaned our drill too, because the drill's looking pretty spiffy for being in the field for so long. I am going to buy some sort of fuel transfer tank. One that I would really like to buy, one that we could just set in the back of the side-by-side. That would be kind of cool. I don't really know if there's anything that's out there for that. Need to do a little bit of shopping. I know there's some 3.1s that we should be able to utilize. Oof, we are pulling hard. We're really slipping. What's going on here? Man, these birds are after us this morning. Look at all these seagulls waiting for their dinner to pop up. Their lunch, I guess. Man, it doesn't like this. We've been going really nice. It's been pulling it really nice up and down the hills when we're going straight. I don't know if it's because we're just following an angle right now. I'm not sure what's going on, but not liking it, is it? Maybe if we slow it down where it's not trying to accelerate all the time, it won't struggle as much. No, it's still gonna struggle. So, with that being said, 282,960. We're gonna add that to our bank account. I hope nobody gets too mad at me about that, but ideally I would really like to use that money. I do want to, now that we kind of have everything set up, I do want to get the mod in that is like I guess the way to describe it is like the land for sale mod. It's a newish one that Scroft has showcased on his channel and actually is using. It'll just be nice for buying new land and stuff like that, because it doesn't allow you to just go out and buy whatever piece of land you want. And there's actually like a little bit of a back and forth negotiation too, which is kind of cool. But yeah, everything's going honestly pretty smooth. And man, that really it does. Tractor does not like to turn when this front roller is in the ground. Yeah, everything is going smooth, so we're happy. Everything's going good. I am gonna have to figure out some diesel at some point. Don't really want to bring the whole rig back into the farm, but luckily, I mean, we're right by the farm, so it's not that big of a deal to do so. But like I said, it would be nice to get some sort of fuel transfer tank. So maybe when I leave you guys, maybe I'll do a little bit of shopping and see what we can come up with. But we'll make this last headland pass and then we'll just continue on with our up downs. I would imagine that I'm going to need another bag and a half or so of seed. We're at 47% right now, which I think probably a half a bag or so will do us. We'll get through there, or this field, and then we'll dump one more full bag in, and that should last us for that next field. And then if we have a bunch of more money, $282,000, maybe we will look into a new field purchase. I wouldn't be too upset about owning a little bit more ground. But we also need to think about, we need a slurry spreader, we need a manure spreader, and we need a combine, ideally. Again, we could hire in contractors, and I would like to continue to buy cattle too, so. Got a few things that we need to kind of save our money for. Drop our implements down, and away we go. We will catch you guys here in a little bit. We've found our solution. Nice little fuel transfer tank that fits right in the back of the Can-Am. Good stuff. We got it filled up. Holds 440 liters of diesel. Very nice little animations there when you enter it. We just got her strapped down in the back. Not gonna lie to you guys and say I ran up to the store to buy that. I got it delivered. I was not sure if it would fit. I honestly thought it would be way bigger than it is. I do think that I want to create a new field entrance into this field. Take out some of that barbed wire fencing and then put in a gate there or something of the nature in order to get in and out of this area a little bit easier to get out to our field. So then we just hop in here. Oh, I'm curious if does this have a sound? No. That'd be cool if it did, like a little fuel pump engine sound. That'd be nice. So there we go. Perfect. That's like a perfect little tank. I like that a lot. Very nice. I'm just gonna park the Can-Am just right out here, just in case we need it again. Our tractor does go through fuel pretty quick, I'm noticing. So we'll get back in the tractor and keep drilling away. All right, so we took the Can-Am back and we grabbed this tractor. I'm gonna bring this this half bag of seed down. We'll see if this makes it or not for the rest of the field. But for now, we'll just leave this here. If we need to stop and get another bag, we will make sure to do that, obviously. Here we go. Fire up the tractor again. Man, that's a good sound. Try to drive over the same-ish path that we were on. Oh, I forgot to close the cover. There we go. We'll fire it up. Lock on to course here. Drop down the front. Here goes the back. And away we go again. We did add the money to our account. We added the 282,960. We have 443,000, and I did check the math, so it seems to make sense. So we started with a little bit over $1 million. The price of this field, or this farm, plus the fields, it all seems to add up. That we would have this much left, plus some of the equipment that we bought as well. I swear I'm not cheating. I don't like to play that way anyway, so I want to realistically advance with what we have. Yeah, once I get that farmland market mod in, I think that we'll probably try to purchase another field before planting season is over. So we can add a little bit more crop ground. I don't know what we'll plant, because really oats is the only thing that realistically we can harvest. I would like to get into root crops eventually. I think I've said that already, that we can start selling at the store and stuff, like get some potatoes in, then like sugar beets we could even use for cattle feed too. Cut sugar beets, that'd be kind of cool. But I think I've already mentioned that. Oh, I didn't mean to turn that off. So, back to it. We'll get this field done at some point. Alright, we are finally closing in on the end of this field. But there is a pressing issue. So I was just taking a look at the red tape mod. And we are going to need to get some muck shifted. Whether that means getting it tipped into a field somewhere, or if I can just get it out of the cowshed itself cow sheds, plural, and dump it in the manure store type thing. I've heard a few people call it the dung midden. I've never heard that term before, but I think Scottish sim farmer is or Scottish sim guy, I think is, yeah. Why am I blanking on his name? I watch his videos all the time. Great farm builder. Love his videos. Definitely go check him out. But he calls it a dung mitten. Midden? Midden? I don't know. That's kind of just where, that's like a bunker for manure, essentially. So yeah, we gotta see if we can get away with just doing that. Because we will, if we can. I think it just matters if it's out of the storage, wherever it spawns itself. So I think the 2 cattle sheds that we have, manure spawns inside them, and you actually have to go in and get it out. So that is it. We are done with this field. How many acres is this technically? Let's see. This field is only 10 acres. That's crazy. Feels like it took forever, I'm not gonna lie to you. But when you're going 3 meters at a time, it's gonna feel that way. So before we even get into the next field, that is the next issue at hand. We really need to get that done before the next month, or else we're going to get deducted points. We've already gotten red tape mod points, whatever, however the system kind of scores you points taken off for feed being low and a lack of bedding for the cows. So we are kind of failing at the moment. But we'll just park this up here on the edge of the field. There we go. We'll hop in. Loader tractor. We'll go get the bucket on. And we will get some mucking done. I think we even might... I think the best way that we're going to go about this is if we get the TM hooked up to the Bale trailer, and then we can load the manure into the trailer and shift it over to the manure store. We're just gonna set this down here. We'll get the bucket on. We're gonna try to do some mucking out. So let's see. I think the way this works is I want to try it out first before we get a trailer or anything hooked up. I think if we come up here, the way this is gonna work is that we pull into this side of the barn. So the far side, we'll open this gate up. And then we should, if we pull this up, yeah, so we can start filling. Yeah, so it's just, yep, you come in here, fills your bucket. Perfect, that's pretty cool. We should be able to just shift this without hooking a trailer up, at least for this, shed. Or cow barn, whatever you want to call it. Either works, right? And we should be able to just pull over here and tip it into our manure storage until we actually have a spreader that we can load. So we just did 1,000 liters. If we take a look at our red tape mod, manure management, current allowed, total produced, current manure stored. We'll take a look at this actually after we get the manure fully shifted and see if that's going to change at all. I don't know. Because the last I knew, if you tipped it into a field, it would count. I also don't know if it updates it right away either. Which it might not, to be honest with you. I need to fix my wheel quick. We're gonna get this bucket loaded. And then I'm gonna hop out and get my wheel controls fixed really quick. This may be unnecessary, but we're just gonna do it anyway. Just for the fun of it. We're gonna hook this up to the little Bale trailer for the last 4,000 liters that are in the milking barn. Just walk straight through the cab. I don't know what's wrong with the animation on this tractor with the cinematic cab, but it doesn't like that mod apparently. But I love this tractor, so I'm not gonna get rid of it. So if we come in here, over here, we just back this guy. Oh, wrong way. Yikes. I swear I know how to back up a trailer. Right there. Just tip the manure into the trailer, and then we can just tip the trailer over here. So we will do that. Alrighty, that job is done. So we will get this bucket dropped off. We'll get the bag lifter hooked back up too, because we're going to need that. Or we're going to need a little bit more seed to finish off this next field. And then we'll just shut this down for now. I did install the... I did not. Okay, I thought I did. I was gonna say, I thought I installed the... I installed it, I didn't activate it. The farmland mod. We're gonna shut this... we're not gonna shut that gate, because we're gonna need it here in a second. I was gonna show you what fields were available. And actually it was gonna be a... first time I've seen it too, but... Anyway, so that is actually gonna where we're gonna leave this video, everybody. I appreciate you all watching. There's a lot of work just getting that one field done. can we... Oh, we have that realistic tipping thing, right? So control, there we go. And then we need to open. There we go. Open that. And we're tipping. Okay. So then we need to start lowering. See, this is kind of cool because you could, in theory, I think, use this. I want to actually try it really quick. I was going to say, in theory, you could open the back and we could like load bales and stuff into it, but I don't think that's actually the case. So, yes, that's going to be the end of the episode. Thank you all for watching. We should probably clean this out before we forget and try to tip some grain into here in the fall. Or the summer, I guess. We're going to clean this out. And we'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.